My name is Danny Colon. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Brielle, New Jersey. I feel like I've always been trying to be entrepreneurial when I was like literally 13. So like it all kind of started when I was younger. I would do like a lot of reworking and DIYs in my home, like literally scrappy stuff, like tie-dye and bleaching in my backyard. Electrix was kind of born from that, from just finding really interesting things and making them even more interesting or more appealing to people. I just couldn't afford to buy clothes that were like super fancy or extravagant. Thrifting ended up becoming something that I naturally did because it was the best place to find like a really good piece, but also only pay, $5 or $6 for it. And then being able to spread that for other people was how Electrix kind of began. I had become pretty comfortable. Our business was in New Jersey fully, but I always knew that I wanted to get out and move to New York. It was actually a pretty big sacrifice to give up the store, completely start from scratch in like a whole new market. But the FIT community was so supportive, and I honestly haven't looked back since. Thinking about this show, the creative vision came after. It kind of gave me the time to really set on what I wanted to do, and that kind of started the conversation of what having it made means, or what my version of success would be. In a business, like you get your congratulations on big events or big moments, so you have to create that moment for yourself. Creating characters in the show to kind of resemble these types of people staying at home, people having 5 jobs, people losing jobs, rebelling against any expectation that they would have. It's kind of all of these romantic versions of what my life could have been in different ways. I just started working on NABI Magazine as their fashion director. I originally met Millie from modeling in her magazine. We always bonded over just like being busy and owning businesses. After I started doing fashion directing, we realized how aligned we are in our creative visions. It kind of just fell into our laps as this perfect partnership. Our brains are so merged. She totally gets what we're doing and totally gets the vibe.
We really hit it off, not only as, people in our industry, but we also hit it off as friends. Creatively, we really align and we really know how to build off of each other. Working with Electrix, this is our first time doing a New York Fashion Week event. We love the vintage clothing. We love how he has a story with his store and also himself creating a business. We're both so young in our 20s, just figuring it out.
For the vintage, some of the styling happens like the night before the show. You can go sourcing for as many hours as you want, but you might not find the exact thing that you're looking for. We sort through it all, put it on our Runway rack, and then play our playlists that we made for the show and kind of like get into it and start piecing things together, getting new visions for characters.
We style together. We call it the play hours. We're playing. We're creating these characters, and I feel like when Danny came up with this theme, I instantly fell in love with it because I can relate to it, and I think it's something that our generation can really relate to. Some of the looks that I'm looking most forward to are the ones that are more personal to us, like especially like the story about Danny's mom's Dior suit.
My mom gave me her first ever work suit. My mom did fashion merchandising for PVH and Tommy Hilfiger back in the day. She bought this very nice like Dior cropped suit. It just sat in her closet dry cleaned for years.
And I was like, we need to style this. It's just perfect. And I love a personal touch.
My fulfillment kind of just comes from the process. Like I don't necessarily look to the final show as the satisfaction period.
Don't conform to what society thinks success actually is. Take a step back and think about, what do you want for yourself? Really think about what you want. That's something that I think everyone should really ask themselves after this show when they see each character and maybe see one walking down the runway and being able to relate to.
My wish for the show is that anybody seeing it gets inspired in any way that they take it.
And what that inspired them to create and want to do for themselves.
And that was kind of what this was all about.